Yo, what's going on everybody, it's your boy Kaio and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing how strong do I think Trafalgar Law will be after Wano. Of course I have done 3 previous videos on this with Luffy, Zoro and Sanji, and I have another one coming up with Kid, but now we are focusing on Law. So how strong do I think that Law currently is right now at this moment in time? I think he is not that far off Luffy. I know some people will probably say that he's on the same level as Luffy, but yeah, I don't think he's actually that far behind him, because when you look at Law, I've always personally seen him as a future Yonko alongside Kid as well. And the reason I say that is because when you go all the way back to Sabaody Archipelago, it was Luffy, Law and Kid, and I've always said for ages that we will see that moment again, and look where we currently are in the manga right now. Luffy, Law and Kid are practically together again, and they're going into the final battle on Onigashima against Big Mom and Kaido, and pretty much the fact that Law has been there for the majority of the time skip ever since Punk Hazard, obviously all those events leading up till now have actually taken down Kaido. So I think that yeah, he will go on to eventually become a Yonko by the end of the series, considering he's practically taking on 2 Yonkos right now, and he pretty much is one of the most deadliest characters within One Piece. He's very crafty, an opportunistic leader, and he's pretty much a highly skilled tactician, strategist, whatever you want to call it. He's pretty much that, and the fact that he has a very, very unique devil fruit, the Oppi Oppi no Mi, is so overpowered, it's unreal, and it's one of my favourite devil fruits in all of One Piece. I think it's just so amazing that if I didn't have the Gomu Gomu no Mi as my favourite One Piece devil fruit, then yeah, the Oppi Oppi fruit would definitely be my favourite devil fruit. So yeah, Law for Yonko, and the only thing that would stop that is if Law was to die, which I actually don't think is going to happen. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Law is also an extremely skilled swordsman. He was able to defeat Virgo in 1 slash, and is able to also block a long-range attack such as Doflamingo's overheat. Although his sword slashes don't travel, they simply still provide the cutting effect, and while he's in his spatial manipulation, his rune provides the range. And this is one of my personal favourite things about Law, is the fact that he's able to utilise his swordsmanship with his devil fruit powers, which enables him to mutilate numerous people at once faster than they can react. He did it against Kinemon, Scotch, Tashigi, and one of my personal favourite moments from Law, which I had the pleasure to read and watch, is when he mutilated Treble. That was absolutely amazing. And also another thing that I wanted to mention as well, the 2 things I wanted to mention, was when he basically did a gamma knife against Doflamingo and then used the switch on Luffy to land the Red Hawk on Doflamingo as well. 2 amazing moments, obviously, along with the Treble moment as well. Okay, 3 moments. And now I'm going to talk about who Law's potential matchup could be in Wano. So if we are going on the assumption that Zoro is going to take on King, Sanji's going to take on Queen, and Nekomamushi and Inuarashi are going to take on Jack, who is there left that Law could possibly take on that is really high up? Of course, there are people on Big Mom's crew that he could potentially take on, but with the recent chapter, Kaido mentioned that he has a son and he's wondering where he is. Now, I'm not trying to jump the gun, but I'm just going based off assumptions here. What if Kaido's son is the person that Law is most likely going to take on? It is possible, but it also depends on if his son is a swordsman. He may very well be, or he may not be a swordsman. He may just be an absolute beast just like his father. The question is though, who is Kaido's son? Do we already know who he is, but we're just waiting on the reveal, the big oh my god, that's Kaido's son? Or is his son a completely new character? We'll just have to wait and see on that one. So, if we already know who the son is it the person that a lot of us have been speculating? Is it possible that it could be Katakuri? It could be, but then also it couldn't be, only because where he's just had his fight with Luffy and no one's really there on Whole Cake Island, who's the next best person that you're going to have after Big Mom? It's going to be Katakuri. So, it could be him or it couldn't be. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. So, if we're going off the assumption that it is a new character, if he is indeed a swordsman, this could potentially be the best person for Law to go against, but he doesn't necessarily, like I said, have to be a swordsman. He just has to be a very, very strong beastly character, especially being the son of a Yonko. We saw how strong Katakuri was, and he was immensely powerful, especially being like one of the top sons, the top son, the most powerful son that there is under Big Mom. You're expecting that Kaido's son is going to be on the same level. Now it is Law's time to shine, and now thinking about this, I really, really want want Kaido's son to be the person to take on Law, because I don't want the same thing that we had with Luffy. I know a lot of people will be like, why don't you want it to be like a Luffy thing? Because we literally just had this in the last arc. Luffy took on Katakuri. He needs to take on a Yonko. Some people are going to disagree with that, but no, Luffy's at that point. He needs to take on Kaido. He said he's going to take on Kaido. He says he's going to beat him. He's got to do it. He has to do this. So I just don't want another repeat. I want Law to be the person to take on his son or kid. One of those two, but I generally think it's mainly going to be centered more on Law. But we'll have to wait and see, as I said, when the son is revealed on who this character is and what he is potentially able to do if we do not know who the person is. Moving on to Law's haki, we know that he has observational haki and we know he has armament haki, but unfortunately he doesn't have Conqueror's haki, or does he? Now, there is a big chance that he might do. We know that the big names like Gold Roger, Odin, we know the Yonko have it. We haven't seen Blackbeard do it, but there is a chance he may have it. Rayleigh has it, and now Eustace Kid has it, thanks to confirmation by Kaido. Obviously, we've never seen it, but there is a high chance we will, and I want to explain something that I would love to see the three of them do if Law actually does have Conqueror's haki. And that is the question. Does he have Conqueror's haki, but he's never stated he has it, or we've just never got to the point where Oda wants to show that he has it? Only because when you look at it, a lot of the Ds have it. Trafalgar Law is a D, and of course it can't be obtained through training. You have to be born with it, and who's to say that Law wasn't born with it? It's never really been stated that Law cannot do it. So as far as I'm concerned, there is a big possibility that it could be revealed during this war. And like I wanted to bring up from earlier, I think that it would be so epic if you have Luffy, Law and Kid just showing up on Onigashima, the three of them standing in front of Kaido, Big Mom, everyone's about to go in, and then the three of them just unleash this big ass Conqueror's haki combined. That would be absolutely sick, because we've seen the clashes. Now let's see three people do it together. That would be amazing, and I would absolutely love to see that. But yeah, no, I generally think that Law has the capabilities. He is a D after all, and to be fair, the Yonko have all displayed Conqueror's haki powers apart from Blackbeard at this current moment in time, but you never know. He could show up and just, you know, completely be like, yeah, I've got Conqueror's haki, followed by so I can imagine Blackbeard actually doing it for some reason, so I wanted to include that. Anyway, I think this would be the perfect time for Law to actually show off his Conqueror's haki, if he has it. Oda, grace us with Law's Conqueror's haki. We need to see it. Please give us a badass moment with Law, Luffy and Kid again. Okay, we've already had one with the Beast Pirates where they took out the ships, but against the big uns, show us how afraid they're going to be when the three of them just rock up with Conqueror's haki. Of course, yes, we've got two Yonkos there, but still, it would be epic to actually see that. Piecing everything together, after the events of Wano has ended, yes, I do think that Law is going to be on the early stages of a Yonko. And if we're going on the basis that it gets what he wants and has Kaido's head on his ship and starts parading it around going, I've got Kaido's head, ha 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 ha, which is most likely what he's going to do anyway, then it means that another Yonko would have to step out of the shadows, and of course Luffy would be that person on his way up to being the Pirate King. And if we go on the assumption that, say, Big Mum dies, Shanks dies, which is a high possibility, and some people want to believe that and don't want to believe it, and of course Blackbeard, he has to die anyway or get severely crippled, as I've already said, because otherwise he's just going to keep being a git that he actually is, then there's going to be a call for more Yonko amongst the pirates, and there's also going to be people fighting for that. But I can guarantee that obviously Law and Kid will be two of them. The other two I still need to decide on. So if you guys are interested in who the future Yonko, I will make a video on that. So let me know down in the comments below if you actually want that. So anyways, guys, overall, yes, I think the Law is going to be of Yonko level after this. I don't think he's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm really high tier Yonko. He's going to be on a sort of low tier alongside Luffy. But of course, when it comes to the end of One Piece, Law will be on the high tier. He's going to be really powerful, really strong. And then of course, you can have Luffy fulfilling his dream of becoming the Pirate King. Of course, I think he will be above Law in terms of strength, not by a large amount, but I still think by, you know, a decent amount, because obviously with Pirate King, of course, yes, a lot of people like to say that it's basically Yonko, but with the Pirate King status because they've achieved everything that they wanted to. But I think with Luffy, I think it's about time that we have a character that has that bit more of power compared to like the Yonko. So of course he's going to have the Pirate King status. He's going to be the most wanted man. Of course he's going to have the One Piece depending on what it is, but Law ain't going to be that far behind. Of course, he's still going to be one of the most unique, most powerful mofos out there on the seas. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you liked anything I had to say and you enjoyed my how strong is Trafalgar Law going to be after Wano video, please give this a big fat thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments below your own thoughts. Do you think he's going to be Yonko level after Wano? I'd like to know. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post, and I will see you guys for the next video. Until then, see ya.